The mast is going to be made from aluminium, round bar, 8mm diameter and 10mm diameter tube. Hold the tube securely in the vise and cut off a length of 500mm. Place the aluminium tube in the lathe chuck with approximately 10mm sticking out and tighten. Now face off the surface of the aluminium tube. This may require 2 or 3 passes with the facing off tool. Now take the aluminium tube out of the chuck, turn it end for end and put it back in the chuck. Remember to leave about 10mm sticking out of the chuck. Repeat the facing off process on this end in the same way. Now secure a 21/64 of an inch drill in the tailstock chuck. Start with the ran at the 30mm measurement point. Continue drilling until you reach the 85mm measurement point. This will give you a depth of 55mm. Take the aluminium tube out of the chuck, turn it end for end and replace it in the chuck. Now you're going to drill the same hole at 15mm deep, starting at 30mm on the ram and finishing at 45mm. Now take a bit of aluminium 8mm round bar and cut off 50mm. Tighten it into the chuck and face off the first side. Now turn it end for end and repeat the process on the other side. Put the center drill in the tailstock chuck. Make sure the tailstock lever is locked and center drill the end of the round bar. Replace the center drill with a 5mm drill. Starting at the 30mm point on the ram, drill in 35mm. Go backwards and forwards to remove the material. Now you're going to use a tap wrench and an M6 tap to create the internal thread that you need. Make sure the tap and the round bar are lined up perfectly. Rotate the tap clockwise and then anti-clockwise, clockwise and then anti-clockwise to remove those chips as you go along. Continue that process until you've got to the bottom of the hole. Be careful as you get near the bottom of the hole. If you put too much pressure on turning the tap, it can fracture and snap off. Now, the M6 internal thread that you've just cut can be used to locate the M6 machine screw that will be used to hold the mast onto the land yacht chassis. using the same 8mm diameter aluminium bar cut off a length 30mm long. In exactly the same way you did before, you're going to face off both ends of the 30mm long round bar. Take the 30mm length, slide it into the hole that's been drilled to 15mm. Secure the two in the vise. Now center punch the top exactly in the middle. Now you're going to use a 3.2mm drill to drill right through the mast and the end bar. Be careful to go right through the middle. Now secure the mast in the vise and put a pop rivet into the hole. Use a rivet gun to finish off the process of securing the mast head into the top of the mast. Now, again with 8mm diameter aluminium round bar, cut off a length 200mm. And once again, you're going to put it in the lathe and face off both ends of the round bar. Now you're going to use the center drill to center both ends. Now change the center drill for a 4mm diameter drill. The hole we're about to drill is to locate the threaded part of this eye we're going to use, and needs to be about 20mm long. Drill the first ends 20mm deep. Turn the bar end for end again. And also drill this end 20mm deep. Complete the boom by screwing an eye in each end.